These are basically notes and observations and comments that I have from the ensuing year and what we may have going forward. I believe the Society has accomplished much over the past years, especially outside of Powell River and the North Sunshine Coast. I also believe it has been from the concentrated efforts of the President, Lauren Craig, and thank you, Lauren, and all those who helped to get members to support this cause. I have several points that I wish to address. I'm going to start off by referring to our Constitution, the Third Crossing Society. The primary purpose of the Society is, according to the Constitution, to investigate the feasibility of and to promote the creation of a third crossing between Vancouver Island and the interior of the province, including an overland road between Powell River and Squamish, to better connect communities in the Lower Mainland, the interior, the Sunshine Coast, and Vancouver Island, to promote opportunities for residents and businesses of the area and for visitors to the area. Okay. There are 6 other purposes relating to the primary purposes, and these purposes have to do with communication to stakeholders of the proposed third crossing and working with them to facilitate and coordinate all efforts with respect to the development of a Vancouver Island interior transportation corridor, including an overland road between Powell River and Squamish. With respect to the Society and the Constitution, I have several points I wish to address. And the first one being the Society's communication to its members and its visibility. The second point being loss of focus from concentrating or from considering a trail versus a road. The funding of the Society, point 3 that I wish. And 4, research regarding the economic and social value of the third crossing. So my first point, the Society's communication to its members and its visibility. It needs to be strengthened. The minutes of the meetings has not been forwarded to the membership, and the membership has not been apprised of any short-term plans or of any of their accomplishments. Accomplishments through the year need to be forwarded to the membership, with the minutes from the regular monthly meetings. This has been severely lacking over the past year and is necessary to increase member confidence and the Society's visibility. Newspapers and radio stations need new news releases of the Society's accomplishments. News articles describing the accomplishments or happenings get the attention of all communities and, more importantly, the political powers. The website had some significant upgrades through the year, very good, and it's important for keeping our visibility alive, but only if it is looked at. Increased visibility through the dissemination of meeting minutes and from the news media would get more of the website attention and have an impact for increasing the Society's membership, I believe. Point number 2, the loss of focus from considering a trail versus a road. I do not believe the concept of a trail is compatible with the Third Crossings Society's Constitution. A trail is not a transportation corridor or an overland road as recorded by the Constitution. The Society has no mandate to build trails or maintain them. The Society has no insurance and could be liable for users of a trail. Moot point maybe, but it's possible. The Third Crossing Society needs to stay focused on the road, on the need of a road as part of the transportation corridor that would bring economic and social benefits between the island and the interior of the mainland. My third point, funding the Society. Very important, I believe. It is necessary that the Third Crossing Society, it is interesting that the Third Crossing Society will not in itself be a beneficiary of the eventual success of the proposed roadway. Moreover, it will be governments, businesses, BC Ferries, tourism, the transportation industry, and all others that use the route. Yet the Society has no funding other than memberships paid at $10 from individuals or $50 from businesses, and some odd donations. We run at a deficit. So the over and above cost for travel, printing, meeting rooms, website hosting, all comes from the pockets of board members. It's great that we have the support and principle of the regional districts, chambers of commerce, towns, cities, and the businesses that would benefit directly from having the road. However, their letters of support have little weight toward looking after the expenses of the society. Perhaps it's time to have the society's efforts recognized to have those basic expenses covered. The society should prepare a budget for its planned activities for the coming year and present same to the potential benefactors of their concept for funding. Research needed for the economic and social value of the third crossing is my point. Research is for the purpose of determining the feasibility of and to promote the concept of the transportation corridor between Mid-Vancouver Island and the interior of the province, including an overland road connecting the Sea to Sky Highway with 101 of the North Sunshine Coast. Feasibility, in short, is an estimate of the cost of our conceptualized roadway compared with the estimates of the benefits the roadway would bring. This requires extensive research. Fortunately, some of this work has been done by the Center of Transportation Studies of the Sauder School of Business of the University of British Columbia, which recently published a working paper regarding the importance of transportation infrastructure to the economic growth and employment. It relates directly to BC, and I've put a copy of that on the table up there, and certainly like the board and all members to have a look at that to really see how it relates to us, because it's very dynamic. The support and principle the society has received certainly attests to the perceived need. However, the research to validate that need has to be qualified and quantified with the society's supporters for presentation to government representatives. The society needs to document economic losses that have been evident from the lack of road access and be able to document the economic gains that can be projected from the improved access to the third crossing of the Grain. This requires the society to coordinate and facilitate communication between stakeholders and governments. In conclusion, the Third Crossing Society needs to emphasize its role as coordinator or facilitator. The society needs to budget and secure funding so that it may better communicate with its members, supporters, and other stakeholders in government. With the aid of those supporters, the existing transportation research with its relevance to Vancouver Island, Powell River, and the Sea to Sky communities, there can be a platform for dialogue with governments. The society may best serve by coordinating those efforts with the supporters to present the evidence and lobby governments to accept the feasibility of the concept of the third crossing, to eventually commission the survey and construction of the needed transportation corridor for the economic and social value it presents to the province and country. You have that some comments on file there.
Yep.
For consideration.
Well, thank you for the report. Do we have any questions? Do we have any other questions outside of the report? And then I would move that we adjourn.